Will you continue to wear a mask post-pandemic?
Probably for a little while, until until the pandemic is declared over worldwide. I'll probably continue to wear a mask. Until then, it's probably safe to continue wearing a mask to help protect others, just in case. Better to be safe than sorry.
I think at work, yes, because I work with, I have clients that I work closely with, but probably not like out and about. Although it has been good for avoiding like the flu. I never got a cold or anything this winter, so I guess we'll see.
I would like not to, but if the health officials, if the scientific community is encouraging us to, then I'm comfortable doing it.
Yeah, you know what? It's something that's kind of grown on me. I think maybe not all the time, but I think honestly, if I have a head cold or something and I'm going over the produce aisle in the grocery store, I think it's prudent to maybe mask up and not spread your germs.
I think it will depend on case counts. I'm really okay with wearing a mask. If there's no case counts in our province or in our city, then I would be open to not wearing a mask. As soon as there's cases again, then yes.
Yes, indoors I will. We know enough in the last couple of weeks to realize that this is an airborne passing. In fact, I'm going in and get a non-medical N95. That's why I'm at this particular corner. Simply because if I'm going to be in a place where even if you're 6 feet apart, that doesn't matter anymore. MIT put it in one little sentence at one of their reports, and that was that 6 feet or 60 feet. If you're inside and it's not well ventilated, then you're in the same situation. Walk into a bar, say, oh, this is too crowded, dear, let's go, come back some other time. In the length of time that you were in that bar, if it's not well ventilated or has HEPA filters and all that stuff, we know that it hasn't, then you're at risk. And when you're my age, you don't want to be at risk.
I probably will when I'm sick, just like with the flu, but I'm really excited to take it off and be able to interact with my coworkers and friends again.
I think in certain situations I will. We learned a lot about mask wearing, whether it's colds, flu, and whatever. And I think when I'm flying and in other situations, I think I will have a mask in my pocket. You know, I got one here now. We're social distancing. I'm going to meet someone for a meeting. This will go on. And I think I will.
Post-pandemic, probably not, to be honest, unless, I am sick and I'm worried about transmitting it to somebody else. But no, I don't think so.
Yeah, for sure.
That was something that we've been talking about a lot recently, I think, because I definitely feel more safe going into the big grocery stores and stuff wearing a mask. I think now that we've sort of normalized it, that it'll just continue to sort of be a normal thing that people can continue to use to protect themselves. Whether you're sick or not, it's probably a good idea to stay safe in big, busy areas where there's a lot of people. And so I think that, masks are a good practice to keep around.
Something I've thought about, definitely not like I do now. If I'm sick and I need to go out, I might do it as a courtesy to just the people around me on like a bus or just out on the street, but not like we do now.
I suppose it would depend on what's happening with other viruses and how our vaccines are working. If the pandemic is over, there would be no reason to wear a mask. If there's still problems with it, then yes, I would be quite happy. I have no problem wearing a mask. I don't understand people who do have a problem wearing a mask. I think it's in a restaurant you have to wear a shirt and you have to wear shoes, so wear a mask.
I'm not sure right now. I probably, if everybody else around me was and everything, and if it's advised to do so, then yeah, for sure. But if people don't believe that, it's necessary, I probably won't. I'll probably start rocking lipstick again.
That's a good question. I hope not. I guess it really depends on what's happening in the world. I think I'll probably wear a mask when I'm sick now. I think that's something I probably wouldn't have done in the past, and now I think that's definitely something I'll just carry forward.
I mean, I think I'd still wear it every now and then. I feel like in terms of personal hygiene and it's quite nice in a sense to wear masks, especially if anyone feels slightly ill. There's a less chance of passing on other germs and such, even if it's not anything as serious as COVID. It's still kind of a nice thing, I think. Yeah, I might continue.
Looking back at times when we took flights, for example, how many times did we get sick or got a call from being on the flight? It's definitely, I think, a scenario where I will be wearing a mask knowing I'm in an enclosed space with foreigners or foreign people, I guess, like strangers for 10 plus hours going home. So definitely something I'm thinking about, and probably big gathering, as you said. When you have tons of people around you don't really know, like concerts, it's definitely something that will come to my mind for sure.
Like, it depends. If I'm just walking and like outside, like for example this place, I'm definitely not gonna wear it. But if it's inside, like in apartment or like where people gather, I will still wear it.
Probably. Yeah. Not as much as I do now, but in certain situations I will. Like when I'm walking out like this today, I won't. But if I'm going to be at a concert or something, I might. I probably will. Like in crowded spaces that are inside.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's going to be times where I choose to wear a mask. I think it's definitely changed our society. One positive out of this pandemic is I've probably had some of the best health in the last year and a half, and I think that attributes to wearing a mask and sanitizing frequently. So if I'm in a big public gathering that's indoors, I may still wear a mask for sure.
I don't know yet. Depends on what's happening with everyone and what everyone else is doing and what the world is like, I guess. So.
And maybe when we travel, just to protect ourselves, because you never want to ruin a good vacation because you never know when the next one's coming. So I think when we get on planes and things like that, we will definitely consider protecting ourselves in newer ways than we did in the past.